We had us one crazy Saturday of football. And there's a lot that I got to unpack. But I'm going to start with these stories one by one. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to give y'all a quick rundown on everything that I saw in these games that just left me sitting here like, wait one daggone minute. But guys, I'm going to tell you right now, watching this Texas Southern versus Jack State game had me on the edge of my seat a little bit because Texas Southern came out in this thing throwing haymakers like they really wanted to smoke yesterday. We're going to talk about exactly what went down in this game right after this. You know it's your favorite coach back at it again. 10 toes down, about to tell you how it all went down. This is Tomorrow Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get all upcoming videos. For all my leaders out there, welcome back. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the routine. If you haven't done so already, please like, comment, and share these videos. And tap me in if you're ready to and tell them to come on in. It's nothing but positive vibes. We're just having a good time talking about HBCU sports. And don't forget, you can follow us on all social media platforms. The links are listed down below in the description. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump on in this thing. Because I'm like, Coach, what you got going on here? Look here. I watched this game from beginning to end. Matter of fact, I had a game yesterday in which I was watching multiple games at one time. And I was kind of glad that the games were starting late at the field that I had to go coach at last night. But watching this game, I gotta admit, guys, I seen some things that kind of there's some how can I put this? There are some positive things that's going on. That's what I was looking for. There's some positive things going on with both of these teams, and then there's some stuff that's just got to be cleaned up because some stuff I saw in this game. I'm just like, guys, let me break something down to you. If you were in a dogfight and you were in, matter of fact, we're not gonna say a dogfight, you were in a championship game and you're looking to win that championship game, some of the play that was going on out there on the field, that crap wouldn't work because guess what? You end up getting handed an L because you're doing too daggone much. Stick to the plan. Make the plays. Get off the field, get your offense and your defense on the field, and let's do the things that's necessary for us to move forward and get the W. That's all that is all that matters. All of the extra theatrical things that was going on was just a little bit over the top. I mean, it's just like, come on, guys. Y'all are doing a little too much trying to get folks to just fall for bait for whatever it is that you're trying to get them to fall for. All you need to do is just make sure you make the play. Now, I can understand coming to the last two games of the season, a lot of folks that are starting to get a little antsy. You know, I mean, bodies are taking a beat and they want to sit down, they want to relax. They want to get a couple of days off to get, just get their minds back, get their minds right for what's to come. And I'm going to say this, the Jack State versus Texas Southern football game yesterday at Jackson, Mississippi, Texas Southern drove that ball down the field and they ended up missing the field goal that they kicked. Now, I'm going to tell you this right now. That field goal is going to come back to haunt Texas Southern in this game. And I know a lot of y'all like, Coach, yeah, okay, whatever. We still would have jumped out on top. No, wait, whoa. Listen, before we even get into all of that, just hear Coach out with all of this. Because both teams, they played pretty good yesterday. I got to give everybody their props for that. Texas Southern showed that they're going to come out there, they're going to fight you until there's no more time left on the clock. Jace Wilson, I got to give that young man his props. He managed to keep the game. He managed to keep Texas Southern in the game by limiting his mistakes. But he made two mistakes that was costly in the game. The first mistake he made was when they were driving, tip ball, True Thompson intercepts the ball, Jack State gets the ball, they drive back down the field, Jacorbin Morgan drops back to throw a pass. It wasn't there. He took off, ran for a touchdown. Boom. Jack State on the board. They're doing their thing. Now they're getting this thing rolling. Now, we come back. Jack State defense played pretty daggone good in this game. Khalil Arrington and True Thompson, like I said, they were the two on the team that got the sacks in the game yesterday. Now, the miscues is what got me the most about all of this mess because we're not paying attention to details. Texas Southern took advantage of every time Jackson State defensive ends were not holding the ends, knifing down inside. Guess what they did? If you got a running back out there on the field that's paying attention to what's going on and what that defensive end is doing off those edges and say they're supposed to either go through the 5-hole or the 4-hole on either side of the ball, guess what? If it ain't down, bouncing another hole, I'm going to take this thing to the house. That's exactly what happened in this game. And I'm just like, what are we doing, guys? Are we not paying attention to what's going on? They are intentionally baiting you to keep knifing down inside, thinking you're going to make that play instead of just standing put and just letting everything come to you that needs to come to you. and not understanding the flow of the game or the assignments that's been given to the athletes. Let me tell you something. If you gave an assignment to the athlete for him to knife down inside like that on giving plays on that defense, and they keep coming back gashing your tail, guess what? You need to go back and reevaluate the assignments that you've given. If by chance that was done that way, I doubt that, but I'm just saying, because there's a lot of people out here that love to say, "Oh, coach, you're just talking crazy, bro. You don't know what you're talking about." Okay, that's cool. Like I said before, I would love to be on the sideline looking at that happen, and I will keep coming back, knocking your head in every time you do it. That's just me. I mean, that's just how I roll with it. I'm just saying. But Arrington and True Thompson, they definitely had bang out games. They had bang out games on that defense. Khalil Arrington getting that sack on Wilson when he dropped back. That was beautiful. I like that because, you know, it was like he was reading it and he went right to that spot where he figured Jace Wilson would step to in order for him to try to get away, and he ended up sacking him. And Jack State, you know, got back out there, got to doing their thing. Now, the one thing I say is this: as the game going on, I think it was he says Guthrie went down. I guess he had a cramp or whatever have you. They called timeout. Coach brings everybody to the sideline. Everybody's on the sideline getting ready to go back out there in the game. And somehow or another, you still go back out there. You go, not still, but you go back onto the field with too many players on the punt return team giving Texas Southern a daggone first. Had they made that field goal and they scored that touchdown, they would have had a walk-off game winner against Jack State in this game. Because remember, 2 points was just to tie the game. Had they made that field goal, they would have won the game. So that's why I'm saying, guys, listen, play the game all the way through. Cut the bull jump, man. Just get out here, let's play some ball. I mean, it's too much, you know, too much. I just got to say, it's too much goofy stuff going on, man. It just don't make sense. Focus on the task at hand. That's not what Jackson State, that's what a lot of these daggone teams. Focus on the freaking task, man, and do what you need to do. This don't even make no sense, man. Y'all leaving games out here in the balance unnecessarily when you could go ahead and get these games knocked out the box early on, put these teams away, but we want to sit here and play games and act like, you know, oh, we got them beat. They less than us. Guess what? It only take a play for the daggone momentum to change. Understand that. You ain't got no team down by 40-something points with 2 quarters left to go. You're down, but they're down by 8. They were down by 8, and you gave them an additional opportunity on a 4th and 5 where you got too many men on the field, and they get a first down off of a crucial mistake. But you know what? As I stated before, looking at what Texas Southern was able to do with the ball in this game as far as from a rushing standpoint, you have Ladarius Owens, in which I do apologize. I was trying to put the pregame show up, and for some strange reason, it would not load. But you know what? I talked about the pregame where I was saying that Jackson State was going to see a lot of Ladarius Owens in this game, in which that young man rushed the ball 21 times for 106 yards. But Ja'Cory Howard was that guy that got out there and ran that ball 4 times for 80 yards and scored a rushing touchdown. This young man was averaging 20 yards a carry based on the 4 carries that he had. That is that missed field goal by Texas Southern. That was crucial in this game because had they made that daggone field goal, Jackson State would have lost this game. Jackson State quarterback Jacobian Morgan, you got to give him his props as well. That young man on the day, he threw the ball 34 times, completing 25 for 182 yards, 1 touchdown. The young man was sacked 4 times on the day. Offensive line, y'all got to get this together, man. I mean, sometimes folks did not want to move their feet. It's almost like y'all standing in quicksand. You got to tighten up with this thing. I know it's coming down to the end of the season. Everybody got ailments and aches and pains and injuries that they're trying to fight through. You got to fight through this thing, guys, because y'all trying to build on the next season. Texas Southern, I'm sure they had the same thing. They got out there and made do the best way that they could. But the running game for Jackson State, they ran the ball 38 times for 118 yards. They had 2 touchdowns off of Jacobian Morgan's 2 rushing touchdowns in the game. Not only that, but Seven McGee caught him another touchdown pass in this game, in which he had 5 receptions for 43 yards. Kobe Paul came on in this game, which he had 4 receptions for 60 yards. So looking at everything that's going on in the game, I'm like, guys, y'all got to be hungry. DJ Stevens, got to be hungry, baby. They gave you a first down in that game in which, you know, some would say you were short. You got to put your head down and go get that thing, brother. There's no way in the world you can sit here and just say, okay, I'm going to stop. I'm gonna wait for impact from the tackle me. No, run through his behind. Run through the wall. That's what we need to do. Run through the wall. Go get the yards. Go get what you need to go get and make that thing happen. Everybody thinking that, you know, oh, hey, man, we the big bad, whatever. Get out there and finish the drill. That's for everybody. I'm not just talking to Jackson State. Don't come out here with this pity-patty stuff. Get out there and finish the daggone drill. You don't know who's looking at you out there for you to go do whatever it is you need to go do on the next level, or if you might be trying to make a move. Come on, guys. You got to think. Think and use your heads as far as what you're doing out there on the field. But, guys, I say this in closing. Alcorn State, Jackson State's going to see Jarvion Howard in 2 weeks. It was that young man against Southern University rushed the ball for the 18 times for 128 yards. He didn't have no touchdowns on the day, but the young man averaged 7 yards a carry. Not only that, but you got Tyler Macon, who's going to also be getting the ball, running it as well. He rushed the ball 5 times for 28 yards on the day as well. But the thing is this, the defensive backs got to make sure that they're ready to cover Griffin and Hunt for Alcorn State University, because they're going to look to get out there and do some things. Not only that, you got to look out for McNair as well as Williams on that offensive side as well. So they got some folks out there that's kind of that's a little I would say slippery and silk, you know, a little silky out there when it comes to trying to hold those receivers up from getting those yards out there on the field, coming from quarterback Aaron Allen. And again, that young man's a dual threat quarterback, so you got to keep him, you know, you got to hold him at bay as well. But guys, that's going to be a great matchup. I said next week, it's going to be in 2 weeks when those two teams play. Jackson State's going to have a bye until they play Alcorn State on November 18th to see exactly if Alcorn State's going to be that team that's going to go play FAMU in the SWAC Championship to see who's going to go to the Celebration Bowl. Guys, we're going to have some more great football coming down the pipe, but you know what? Coach is going to start hitting some of these hot topics that's going on as well. So if I jump out there and talk about a topic that's not necessarily HBCU, I don't want you to be upset with me about it, because listen, y'all know your favorite coach. I am one that I love this sport, and when I see simple stuff happening, I'm going to speak on it. I'm not about to sit here and let this go by and everybody be thinking like, oh my God, it's so beautiful over there. I can't believe this is happening. Man, I've seen some crazy stuff. I'm just like, this is unbelievable. We're going to get into it. But guys, I thank you guys for your time. Thank you for stopping by, checking out the show. But until next time, be the one and lead.